Hello everyone and welcome to Long's Toys. Today we'll be taking a look at LG-55 Targetmaster Slugslinger from the Transformers Legends line. As you can see, he comes with his Targetmaster Caliburst over here on the side. Headmaster. This is the last of the Decepticon Targetmasters to be released. Trigger Happy and Misfire already came out and they have been reviewed, so I'm very excited to finally have the trio back together. A little bit of toy pics there on the top, not really anything going on the bottom. On this side you have some nice artwork. On this side you have a picture of the toy. And on the back here, robot mode, vehicle mode. Headmaster can ride in the canopy. You get Caliburst in both gun and robot mode. So pretty cool. That's about it for the packaging, so let's go ahead and get this guy out of the box and we'll take a closer look. Alright, so out of the packaging, here's everything you get. Obviously you get the Jet, the Headmaster, and the Targetmaster. Gonna take a look at the tiny little Headmaster first. Really nice detail as always with Takara releases. Face is very nicely painted. I love the red visor for the eyes. Get a little bit of gold here on the shoulders. Standard articulation where the limited ball joint for the shoulders, and then of course the two hinges in the hips and knees. Transforming him into head mode. Very nicely painted. If you look close, there's kind of like a weird ring around his mouth, which is a little weird, but otherwise I think it looks really good. Again, nice red eyes, nicely painted. So pretty cool little Headmaster there. Moving on to Caliburst. I like this guy a lot. I've been a big fan of all of the Targetmasters with these. I think they look fantastic. Really great job. Head is beautifully painted. Again, red eye, visor, gold face. Got a ball joint in the shoulders, then you have a swivel in the hip, and then you have a ball joint in the knee. So pretty outstanding. I think they did a really nice job with these. I'm so glad Takara made the Targetmasters for their releases because they're sorely lacking from the Hasbro versions. He looks great. So you can go ahead and take the Jet, and you can see this clear canopy right here. It's a little difficult to open. There's kind of like a little spot right here where if you had a fingernail you could kind of get it in there. But unfortunately I just trimmed my fingernails, so it's going to be really difficult for me to get this open. There we go. So pop that open and then you can see down in there. So you take the Headmaster and you do have to put him in a sitting position. And then he will drop in here pretty snugly. And I think the funny thing is, if you look at this, so he fits in there pretty snugly. When you go ahead and slide this down, you have to make sure the head lines up because there's a tiny little hole. You can see how this bump was put in just so his head fits right in that little bump. But he fits. He looks good. Obviously he wouldn't fit in either of these two. And these are a little loose, these little plastic clear pieces. Not terrible, but I hope they don't break over time. We'll see. I guess if you just be careful, it should be alright. But nice paint details. Love the Decepticon symbols, a little bit of gold here. Really sharp. Underneath, you can kind of see the robot mode, but what are you going to do? I thought these were landing gear, flip-out landing gear at first, but they're not. They're part of the transformation. So, we'll get into Caliburst's transformation just so that I can show you. He can attach right here on the jet mode, so we'll take a look at that in a second. But basically, you're going to fold his legs in towards each other, like that. Then you're going to see there's two tabs. I'll get a little bit closer. Obviously, there's two tabs there on the back of his legs. And you can see these two tabs here. So you're going to flip this around and then just kind of line those up so that it's like that. And then you can see there's a joint right here. And the whole rest of this is going to just move around and fit into that. And then you just kind of put the arms back. And there you go. That is the Targetmaster gun mode. You can push the arms. If you want to put the arms up a little bit more, however you like it. I think the directions just show it straight back, but you can angle them if you wish. And then, of course, because there is a tab, or a peg hole right there, I should say, you can go ahead and peg him on top. Then you're a two canopy or two fuselage jet flying around with a giant gun on top, and who doesn't love that? It's fantastic. So we'll go ahead, we'll get into the transformation for Slugslinger here. So I've gone ahead and removed the Targetmaster and removed the Headmaster from inside the canopy. Be careful because he fits in there kind of snug, and when you go to pull him out, I kind of have to like hold on to his head to yank him out of there, and I just feel like that's a recipe for disaster. So when getting him out of the canopy, just be careful. I think this guy is the easiest of the 3 transformations for the Decepticon Targetmaster, since they all kind of share the same base mold from Trigger Happy. But I think this one's kind of the simplest. So the first thing you're going to do is kind of lift up these wing sections because they are pegged into the arms here. So you just lift this up, and you can see underneath there is a tab, which you can go ahead. You can see that this is, let me get closer. This is tabbed into here, so if I just go ahead and unpeg this from the side of the leg, you'll see what I'm talking about if I can. This is another thing that I'm worried about over time. So obviously there's these long tabs, and they tab in right there, and then this tab tabs in right there. So you put this into the leg first, and then you push this down onto the arm. So you have to come over to this side, lift that up, untab this. So there you go. Now you have that all loosened up. Now you can fold the legs out because they are free. And I'll zoom back a little bit. So you drop the legs all the way down like this, and then you're going to pop this up to form the waist, just like that. Unpeg the legs from each other. Go ahead and flip out these little feet. Come around to this side, and you can see you've already got pretty much most of the robot mode here. The wings just kind of fold all the way back, and you can do it as much or as little as you want. If you want to put them all the way back like this, you certainly can. If you want to, actually, you know what? I'm probably wrong because this part is going to drop down. So let me zoom out. There we go. This whole section is going to just pop away, and then it just swivels down, and then kind of folds in on itself and drops down like that. And then it just hangs on the back. So now you can bring the wings in as far as they'll go because they just kind of, you know, butt up against that. And then at this point, very simply, you can see there's a hinge here and a hinge here. So you just rotate up the shoulders. And they don't go like all the way flush inside, just so you know, in case you're, you know, driving yourself crazy. Why won't these push all the way in? They stop about there. And then you're going to just fold out the fists. And then just kind of position the arms how you like. Fold the legs around a little bit. And then we'll bring in our Headmaster. Transform him into head mode. And then what I usually like to do is turn the head of the Headmaster around 180. I just find it's a little bit easier to drop it in up top here if you do that. But you don't have to. And there you go. There is Slugslinger. And I think he looks really good. I like him a lot. I love all the gold in his chest. I love that Decepticon symbol. And I really don't mind the back kibble. I think that actually looks cool on the back. I kind of wish the wings would fold up just a bit, or you could raise them up just a bit. But they're really not in the way of the legs too much. And then, of course, let's bring Caliburst back in. And there you go. The silver on the shoulders looks fantastic. He's definitely a lot of like this light sky blue color. Even in the Targetmaster is the same color. But they break it up nicely. I mean, you have a lot of this white in the chest, and the legs, and the feet, and the fists, in the elbows. So they do break it up a little bit. And that's why I think they put that silver on the shoulders as well. And then, of course, the wings and the two fuselage are this kind of creamy white color. But I think it looks great. Really, really nice. And then, of course, you can't have the Decepticon Targetmasters without a group shot. So, really, really cool. I'm glad to really have all 3 of these. And I think it's funny, they all have, all 3 of their Targetmasters have the feet on the top as a scope. So they share the same kind of transformation gimmick in that regard. But yeah, I'm really glad that Takara put out all 3 of these because I absolutely love having the 3 Decepticon Targetmasters with their Targetmaster partners. And they all look fantastic. Plus, they're all Headmasters, great paint jobs. I'm so happy this happened. I really wish we would have gotten the Autobot Targetmasters, rather. I think the Targetmaster partners for the Autobots are coming out with the Takara release, Transformers Legends Takara releases of Windblade, Twin Twist, and Topspin. I think those 3 releases are getting the actual Targetmaster partners for the Autobot Targetmasters. Even though we're not getting the Targetmasters, which I think were, I want to say, Sure Shot, Caliburst. No, this is Caliburst. Sure Shot, Point Blank. No, maybe he is Caliburst. I don't know. Hold on. I'm confused now. No, this is definitely Caliburst. Crosshairs. That's what it is. Crosshairs, Sure Shot, and Point Blank. Those were the 3 Autobot Targetmasters. The actual robots, not the actual guns. But their 3 gun partners, it looks like from one pictures I've seen, are being released with Windblade, Topspin, and Twin Twist. So, I don't know. I already have Topspin. I was never able to find Twin Twist and Windblade anywhere in American stores. So, I probably end up trying to get the Takara releases for them. So, I don't know. Maybe just to have all 3, I'll buy another Topspin. I don't know. We'll see. But these 3 are great, and I was glad I was able to pick them up because they look fantastic. And it wouldn't be a Takara release without an outstanding instruction booklet. Beautiful artwork here on this side. Picture of the toy with the tech specs and a little bio on this side. Open it up and you get another fantastic comic. I have absolutely no idea what's going on. It looks like something happened to Blaster and Hot Rod down here. And you got Spike. Spike's hanging out. Looks like Spike tried to jack Slugslinger's ride over here. But he's not having it, so he transforms. And then the Autobot. See, these are the 3 Autobot Targetmasters we did get. One came with Hot Rod, one came with Cup. And then instead of the 3rd one coming with Blur, like you would expect, it came with Twinferno. I was really hoping they would reissue Blur with the Targetmaster partner, and I would scoop it up in a second. So at this point, I'm debating if I want to track down a Targetmaster or track down a Takara Legends Blur, which would be considerably pricey at this point, and then buy a Twinferno just to steal his Targetmaster friend. But that seems like a pricey option, so I'll probably just let it go. And then, of course, randomly half-naked women. I don't really know why that's always going on in these comics, but they love it. And then when you open it again, you get the instructions. So, I love these. I think these are really fun instructions with the comics and everything, so I always appreciate these with the Takara releases. Another fantastic Takara release. I think this is really well done. The paint looks fantastic. The color scheme's great. The Targetmaster partner is wonderful. I really have nothing to complain about. Everything about this figure is fantastic. I was very excited to finally get the 3rd Decepticon Targetmaster and have the full set of 3. If you have the means to pick it up and you're a Transformer fan, I can't recommend it highly enough. All of the Takara releases from this line have been outstanding. I've been having a ball with them. Between the beautiful paint jobs, the Headmaster aspect, most of the ones I've gotten have been Targetmasters. The comics and instruction sheets are really fun. I can't say enough great things about the Transformers Legends line. It's been really fantastic. I'm kind of bummed that Power of the Primes is not going to be given the Legends treatment. The Takara releases will kind of just be the American releases with stickers slapped on them, very similar to how the Last Night figures were released. The packaging will be very similar, and the paint jobs and everything will be pretty much identical. So, kind of bummed, but at the same time, my wallet won't mind because it'll be a lot cheaper to just keep up with the American releases instead of importing all these. But it's been a blast. I have a couple more to go. I have Octane later this month. Overlord's coming out. Like I said, those 3 Autobots I mentioned earlier, I think, are in February and March. So, a couple releases yet to go, but the line's been great. This is a great figure. If you want to pick it up, I highly recommend it. I think it's worth every penny. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Please like and share this video. Please subscribe if you haven't already. I hope you guys enjoyed this look at LG-55 Targetmaster Slugslinger from the Transformers Legends line. And as always, guys, thank you so much for watching.